Hey guys, so today's video is going to be my May favorites. We're going to be talking about all the products I was loving in the month of May, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on them. And you guys know, you guys see these videos. You guys know these videos are a million years long, so let's hop to it. Okay, so as we roll into the warmer months, especially here in Miami, I don't like to go to full coverage with my foundation, and most of the time I rarely wear foundation in the summer unless I'm filming a video and doing a makeup tutorial, stuff like that. But on the daily, like on the regular, I like to go with something a little bit more lightweight, and recently I have just been loving the Tarte Guard Tinted Moisturizer. This is such a nice tinted moisturizer for all skin types, I feel. The formula and the texture is really nice. It's not too greasy, not too wet feeling. It almost has the consistency of a regular foundation, but it does feel a little bit more lightweight. It's not as heavy, and it just blends right into the skin almost immediately, and it feels like your skin drinks a glass of water. It doesn't look cakey or dry. It looks naturally radiant. It's not overly dewy, you know? It's like that perfect in-between tinted moisturizer. I love it. And I find it has pretty good coverage considering it's just a tinted moisturizer. It's what I have on my skin right now. Obviously, I put a full face of makeup on, and typically I will use this for like no makeup days, but I feel like it works both ways. For an everyday quick look that you're just gonna throw something on, or for like a full face of makeup, the coverage is there, and it has SPF 20. I wish it had a little bit more SPF, but it has SPF 20, which is nice. I have just really been enjoying it. I used to wear the shade light, and now I wear light medium now that I'm a little bit more tan. I don't think the shade selection is very good. That's the only con I will say. I don't think there are many colors in the range, but I like that it has a physical SPF, and I love the coverage, and I love the feel on my skin. So I had to mention it because I have been using this non-stop this month. I want to give a quick little shout out to this palette. This is the Morphe 35R palette, and I know you guys are tired of seeing this palette. Honestly, it's so good. You guys know me, I'm not one to really push my codes. I do have a Morphe code, but I rarely ever talk about it because it's always in the description box, and I never feel the need to tell you because it's always in the description box. And I know that people are constantly pushing Morphe, and it's like the brand that's all over YouTube. But honestly, some of their stuff is really, really good, and especially considering the price. To me, Morphe is one of those brands that's perfect for someone in high school, someone who's on a budget, or even someone who just doesn't like spending money on makeup. You get a lot of bang for your buck, and this is one of those palettes that I feel is really, really, really worth it. You have all of these amazing rich brown shades right here that are all matte. I do think some of these are very similar. I wish they would have had like one or two more crease shades. I mean, these are all crease shades, but a little bit lighter. But besides that, I think it's brilliant. You have your matte shades right here, and then you have all your delicious olive tone bronze shades right here. I love the undertone in these, and I've only used 3 of them. I've used this color, and this one up here. I mainly use the matte side. I have just been using this palette like all the time. I've been using it in conjunction with other palettes, but I keep this one on my desk, and for some reason I always grab for it. I'm actually wearing this color right here on my entire lid, and that is the only thing I have on my eyes right now, on my lid and on my lower lash line. And I also have this one highlighting the brow bone. Oh, I'm lying. I also have this color really, really close to my lashes, and that has been like my go-to look every single day. I'll just take one of these shades, buff it into my crease, and put it on my entire lid, kind of like a wash of color, like an all matte look, and then that's what I've been rocking recently. And on these warmer months, I really can't be bothered with like a full-blown smoky eye. Okay, so my next favorite is a bronzer, and the reason why I love it so much is a little bit random. This is the LC bronzer, and I have the shade Light. This was sent to me. I think she came out with like 4 or 5 bronzers, and of course Light is the one that works for me. First of all, I love this packaging. I love Elsie's branding. It's so simple and sleek. I love all her products, like packaging wise. I think it's really nice. Love how this bronzer has like a really strong magnetic closure. I just really like the packaging. But the bronzer is actually extremely, extremely pigmented. It has one of those formulas that when you put your brush into the compact, you get a lot of powder kick up because the formula is so soft. But it's really, really easy to blend out. All you have to do is tap the brush a couple of times, and you get a really beautiful, flawless bronzer application. And I really like the fact that it is so soft and so pigmented. Just make sure to tap that brush off. And the reason why I love it even more than I normally would is because this is my favorite bronzer when I'm not wearing any foundation. I don't know if any of you out there can agree with me, but has it ever happened to you where you know, there are days you don't want to put on foundation, but you still kind of want to do everything else. So I'll put a little bit of concealer, my moisturizer, a little mascara, a little brow pencil, you know, the bare minimum. But yet I feel like I need some color in my face, and I will always put on bronzer. And unless you have foundation underneath, sometimes bronzer can look a little patchy, a little unblended, and at the same time kind of a little faded. Well, I don't find that to be the case with this bronzer. I feel like this is the only bronzer in my collection. I don't know if it's because it is so soft and pigmented, but this really shows up on my skin even when I'm not wearing any foundation, and it still looks really smooth on the face. This bronzer really packs a punch. I really love it. Whenever I'm like, today is not a foundation day, this is the bronzer I grab. It lasts all day. I love the undertone in this because it's not too warm, but it's not too ashy. I just can't put it down. I love it. Speaking of bronzer, I want to share with you guys this magic little brush because I've been using this a lot to contour with. Not really to bronze the skin, but I've been using this to contour. This is the MAC 140S brush, and I'm always the first person to tell everyone that they don't need MAC brushes. MAC brushes are so overpriced for what they are, and you can get brushes like that pretty much anywhere, but this shape to me is so unique. I can't seem to find anything like this in my collection or anywhere online. I was trying to search for a dupe, and I couldn't really find it. This is a brand new brush to MAC, and this was actually sent to me. It's like a giant fan brush, but a lot thicker and a lot more dense, but yet not too dense where you feel like all it's doing is like taking off your makeup. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes bronzer brushes that are too dense, they really don't work for me. This is like the perfect amount of density because it's still really soft, yet it's precise enough where it really applies the bronzer perfectly to give you a nice chiseled effect. It just fits so perfectly in the hollows of my cheekbones. It's not too skinny, but it's not too fat. It's perfect. I love this. If any of you out there can think of a dupe for me, I would greatly appreciate it. I do have brushes that look like this, at first glance, but they don't feel the same. But I'm open to try any suggestions you leave down below, so definitely let me know. Tell me why it's taken me so long to completely fall in love with this concealer. This is the Milani Retouch and Erase Light Lifting Concealer, and I'm in the shade Fair. Sometimes I use the shade Light, depending how tan I am, but I'm usually fair. I feel like more people haven't talked about this concealer because the damn applicator is so weird and so annoying. Like, it has this weird little sponge at the tip, and it kind of throws you off, I'm not gonna lie, because you have to squeeze this and it gets kind of messy and kind of weird, and then you can't apply it as perfect as you want it to because you have to get the right amount out of the squeeze. It's a mission. It really is. I wish it had a completely different applicator, and I feel like that's the reason people don't really give this a fair shot, because when I first bought it, I used it all the time, and then I kind of just forgot about it, but I pulled it back out again, and I cannot stop using this. I really agree with the name of this concealer because when you put it on, it does feel like it's a light lifting concealer. Like, it brings so much light to your under eyes, yet it covers up your dark circles. The coverage is really good. I wouldn't say it's extreme coverage like the Tarte Shape Tape. It has a little bit more of a natural coverage, but it still covers up my dark circles. It's very thin and liquidy, so it's really easy to blend. It just looks like your skin is really fresh and youthful. I wish Milani would come out with like a light lifting foundation with a similar formula and vibe, because that would look beautiful. I love putting this in between my brows, on my chin, like pretty much in my T-zone. I love applying this concealer because it just highlights the face so nicely. I swear, I'm like obsessed with this. So ever since I got this product back in a BoxyCharm, I cannot stop using it. This is the Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive. When I first got this product, I didn't really use it all that much because it is a pretty strong golden highlight. It's not too gold, but it is gold. It's gold. So I found I was only able to use this when I had a little bit of a tan, and I don't know what happened to it. I'm pretty sure I gave it away, but then when I got it back in a BoxyCharm and I put it on my face, I was like, oh my gosh, why did I give you away? This is the kind of highlight I wear when I need a pop-in highlight, like a blinding, intense highlight. It's the highlight I'm wearing on my face right now, and I didn't even put that much. This is a very ultra metallic, wet looking highlight. It's gonna be very intense. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not subtle, not even a little bit. So this is perfect for you if you are looking for that. I call this a nighttime highlighter. I'm wearing it now so you guys can see it, but I would typically only wear this at night because it just looks crazy at night. It looks so beautiful and blinding, like in the light at night, in photos, at parties, wherever you're going, dinner, I don't know. This looks incredible, and I can't stop. It's so pretty and so chimmery. Okay, so I have been wearing this blush for like 2 weeks straight, and I can't stop. So it's not a monthly favorite, but I'm still gonna talk about it because you need this. This is a Satin Touch blush by the brand Essence, and this is in the shade Satin Love. Oh my gosh. This color is so freaking beautiful, and it doesn't even look like I've used that much. Like, the print is still there, and I know I've only been using it for 2 weeks, but I cannot stop using it. I have a few more of the Satin Touch blushes, but this one is my favorite. And not just because it's a nude, but I love the undertone in this nude. It goes with so many different looks. You could do a peach eye and it would pair nice, or a really cool toned eye and it would still look nice. This would be an absolutely stunning blush for brides because it almost has like a really subtle sheen to it. It looks matte when you look at it in the pan. I feel like that's what makes it so special, but when you start to blend it out, it gives you like this glow from within, even though it's not a glowy blush. It's the blush I'm wearing on my cheeks today. It is only a few dollars. I purchased mine at Ulta or on the Essence website. I don't remember where I got it. So I recently did an entire video testing out Kokie Cosmetics, and there were a ton of things that impressed me in that video, but one of the things that truly impressed me so much, and I haven't been able to put it down since, is the Volume and Length Mascara. I always rotate about 3 mascaras at the same time because I try to get use out of all the ones I have, and this one has really been in the mix. It gives me everything I want. I think I like this Kokie one almost as much as my Kiko. Kokie is giving Kiko a run for its money. Ah, that's funny to me. I feel like this gives me extreme length, extreme volume, and sometimes it's hard to find a mascara that can give you both, and this really does. I'm wearing it on my lashes today, and I don't know, I feel like they look pretty voluminous and pretty long. I truly love this. It doesn't flake on me, it doesn't smudge, it keeps a curl all day. Like, I love this. I love you. The M Cosmetics Infinite Lip Clouds have been standout products for me this month ever since I tried it not too long ago. I cannot put these down. They are so comfortable to wear. The formula is amazing. They are liquid lipsticks, but they're more of a moussey consistency, but they don't slip and slide everywhere. It doesn't like smear on my face when I'm eating or anything like that. They do set down. They eventually set, but there still is a little bit of transfer. Let me show you. See, like there is a little bit of transfer there, but it's not too much. So I really love that, and they feel so comfortable. They really do feel like little clouds. I have little lip clouds. That's what it feels like. The name is perfect. This formula is amazing, especially for nudes. I have been wearing Rose Nude and French Nude the most out of the entire collection. Today I actually mixed both of them and put them on my lips. I thought, why not? But the one that I've been using the most is Rose Nude. It is the most beautiful rose nude. And then the other lip product I wanted to mention are these guys. These are the Sephora Collection Outrageous Plump Effect Lip Glosses. And I believe they have 4 colors, but I only purchased 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3. Literally, that's what they're called. 01, 02, and 03. And these are so good. I'm not one to really love a plumping lip gloss. The only one that plumps a little bit and tingles a little bit that I truly love are the Buxom lip glosses, the full-on lip creams. They tingle and they feel minty, but they don't hurt or burn or anything like that. I don't really feel like they plump my lips at all, but those are the only ones I truly love. These are extremely similar to the Buxom ones. These actually plump your lips though. The Buxom ones, I don't notice anything. I actually notice a little bit of something when I put these on. I'm not gonna lie, my lips do look a little poutier. Maybe it's in my mind, but I feel like I see a difference. And they even smell a little bit like lip plumpers. You know that scent, that lip plumper scent? This has a little bit, which I like, by the way. I think it smells really good, and then it has kind of like a vanilla twist to that, in case anybody was wondering. I feel like these plump the lips a little bit in the most comfortable way possible. They don't sting. These make your lips look juicy without hurting you, and I really appreciate that, Sephora. I really do. They're not too sticky. They are a little bit sticky, but they are a little bit longer lasting because of that. And I do like the pigmentation of these. They're not too pigmented, but they're not too sheer. They really are the perfect plumping lip glosses. I mean, I really love these. I would say my favorite one is the nude one, but I have a feeling I'm gonna use this one a lot in the summertime. Okay guys, and then my last favorite is a moisturizer. This is from the brand Kiehl's, and this is the Ultra Facial Moisturizer for all skin types. And I specifically use this as a primer when my skin is Sahara desert dry. Sometimes I wake up and my skin feels normal, like not too dry, nice and supple, but sometimes my skin goes through something where it is like dry. This baby right here was the answer I was looking for. My friend Gabby put me onto this. She's a makeup artist and she does all my makeup for like my photo shoots and stuff. And about a month ago we did a photo shoot and she used this as a primer and my skin never looked better. It looked so hydrated and beautiful. Even though I was putting kind of like a semi-matte foundation on top, my skin looked dewy. It was crazy. And she was telling me that Kylie Jenner's makeup artist actually uses this on Kylie Jenner. She went to a Harouche makeup class and Harouche was talking all about this and how much she loved it. And then Gabby started using it and loved it, and then she passed it on to me, and now I can't stop using this and I love it. A little goes such a long way. If you have oily skin, I don't know if you're gonna like this at all because this makes your face look shiny. Like very moisturized, very shiny, very healthy. Very, very healthy. And I find this to just be a really great base for makeup. I think it even makes my makeup last longer throughout the day. And I really just wanted to mention this because if you have dry skin out there and you find that even the dewiest primer doesn't work, try this out because foundation will just slide right on top, sink right into the skin, and there will not be a dry skin in sight. Not one dry patch. You won't see them, they'll be gone. Okay guys, so that completes this video. These were products I was really loving in the month of May. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what your favorite product was this month. And if I haven't checked it out, maybe I will. Let me know down below. And yeah, that completes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. I really like it. Gives your under eyes like such a pretty. I meant pretty.